Good evening. Welcome to the final fans forum of the season, of a momentous season. That's a hard word to say, momentous, when you've not got your teeth in properly. So we've got fans forum today. We've got four of the usual crew in the background, and we want some more to join us because I've got a special job for you guys tonight, and you're not aware of it yet, but we're going to do it. It's going to be fun for the fans forum. But before we go any further, if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. We have gone over 20.2k now. We're heading towards 21. And obviously 25, 30, etc. And as Would-Be Farmer says, in the first comment of the evening, he says, smash the like button, you Muppets. Hit that thumbs up button. If you do so, it pushes us right up the search engine on YouTube amongst like-minded football fans, and they get to watch what a fantastic channel we are. Super Chat's also available by clicking the $sign, and also you can join the Toon Review community by joining as a member by clicking the join button. And that makes you kind of a paid subscriber, but you contribute to the channel. Before we go any further, Thursday night's a massive show for us. We're doing the 20k celebration. It also brings back Paul to the show. He's coming back. He's had his rest. He feels much better. He's very, very grateful for the comments he's received as to his well-being, and he's getting there. He's doing his video today, which is an excellent program. Thursday, Paul returns, 20k show. And on that show, we will be raising charity money for the British Heart Foundation. Of course, Dave Harrison of the channel, of course, sadly passed away last year. So the British Heart Foundation will benefit. And also Parkinson's UK will also benefit, which is obviously close to Paul's heart. Your charity very close to that. So it'll be a charity show. It'll be a big show. It'll be lots of fun. There'll be prizes given away. 20k celebration. It's a one-off, so we're going to have some fun Thursday night. We're going to have some fun tonight as well. Geordie Boys followed Would-Be Farmer's order there, and he's just done that. Big Scott says, who's on tonight? I may just join. Well, it's me. So far, there's four in the background, but the link is in the chat if you want to join. There's plenty of spots to hop onto. Tom says, evening, everyone. The Leaked King is a thing of beauty. The Leaked Kit is a thing of beauty. Strongly inspired by the kit we wore in the mid-80s. The first shirt I had when I was about 5 or 6. And my favourite ever NUFC shirt. We'll have a look at that in a bit as well, with the lads in the background. Evening to Jolly Lad. Jock Barr says, I bet Would-Be Farmer was the first Muppet to hit the like button. Evening, Would-Be Farmer. He probably was, actually. Who else we got? Chat Sports here. Evening to you. He says, anyone seen Man United's away shirt for next season? Yeah, the black and white striped one. Stato isn't here tonight, but he will be tomorrow. We've got a transfer show tomorrow night. Stato and myself will be going through some latest kind of links, and there's been quite a few today, hasn't there? The latest one I saw was Alcaraz from Southampton, who's a hell of a player. So, yeah, lots and lots of stuff for us to talk about tomorrow. Who else we got here in the chat? Tom's talking about the kit again. He says, it is gorgeous, far better than a certain weird kit everybody rates because we happen to be good at the time. I assume you mean the Grandad shirted one. Any shirt with that button is a positive, but this is genuinely, well, he likes it. He likes it. Evening to Carlos. Hope you're well, my friend. Even to Mr. Spoons, who's in the background. I can see him there just having a drink. He will be with us and waving. He'll be with us in a minute. Even to you, Rach. Hope you're well. Even to the Clon Lad. Hope you're well too. Paul Feeney, good evening to you. Dominic, evening to you. 12th Man Toon, he says, evening everyone. Happy to see Paul is back and presumably well. Jack has been a great host, as has Billy and Alex when needed to step up. Indeedy. Geordie Boy, evening to you. Georgia Wayman, good evening to you too. Evening all. Can't believe a European final tomorrow is played at a 20k capacity stadium. Yeah, it's madness, that, isn't it? 4,000 tickets West Ham got for that. Yeah, it's just not fair, is it? It's not right. James Matthews, photography, good evening to you. All the super chats tonight will go towards the Toon Review ASM golden statue for the HQ. He goes on to say he's a ASM lover, not a hater. There you go. Good for you. We'll probably talk about him at some stage too. Evening to you, Julie J. Hope you're well. John Green, Robert Morrison, Ian A. Predator 2. Good evening to you, Dave. Good evening, Spike Milligan. Evening to you, my friend. Hope you're well. He wants the transfer window to hurry up. Who else we got? Wes Fullerton. Good evening to you. James Welsh is here also. Good evening to you. Up the A1. Evening, Billy. Looking forward to this. Hi, Mods and Chatters. Chris Foster. Good evening to you. Crin Shen. Evening, everyone. Happy Sweden Day. Happy Sweden Day to you, my friend. Ian Fleming's here. KB. Good evening, Billy and House. All good, mate. All good. What else we got? Evening, Rochi, Ian Brownlee. Lots and lots of people in the chat. Who else we got? P-Lord Keith. Good evening to you, my friend. David Smith too. Good grief. Would be farmers typing in Italian. I'll give it a go. Ciao ragazzi, Maxi a Italia. Ci vediamo, arrivederci. That's what it means. See you, ASM, off to Milan. There we go. Kenny says, Kenny W, new shirts on sale in China for $12. Interesting. Evening to Carl. Ian Brownlee, good evening to you. Everitzi, Jan, ASM gone to Saudi Arabia for 120 million, cash only. Mark Daddy Dawson, who's watching via Facebook, even to you. Hi, Billy, hope you're well. What a year it's been. Absolutely amazing. Not only the Toon, but the Toon of you going from strength to strength. Yeah, we've over doubled our subscribers this season. Been fantastic. Rochi says, on your own tonight, Billy. Billy, no, mate. It's only kidding. Billy Top Man should be a great show. Look forward to this. Hope to have a bit of fun. Good day, Billy. Chat as a mod squad. Hello, Matt. Hope you're well, mate. Down there in Australia. Alquaz is too good to stay out. Yeah, he's a good player. Little FB. Jason Scott says, when's the Hungarian print signing? Who knows? Leon P. Rayner, good evening to you. Dallas Schwartz. Let's get some of the, there's 4 of you in there. Will we post that link to join us again in the chat? There we go. And then let's see what we've got here now. So we have, let's just get this sorted so we're in the right place. We need to be on the right. We'll go with that, shall we? Right, so we have Mason. Good evening to you, Mason. Chippers.
Evening.
Bonjour.
All right.
King of Qatar. That's the worst background in history,
mate.
isn't it? Good evening to you. Let's see if we can get a better one than that. It's horrific. No, that's not good.
That's better.
It is better, yeah.
That'll do.
It ain't the best, but it'll do. Evening to you all, lads. Hope you're all well.
How are you, mate?
Good,
Aye,
mate.
Christy.
I'm good.
Happy days. Right, the first thing we're going to do first is I'm going to put something up that I don't know if you like it or not, but what is your opinion on this? So, Mason, what do you reckon, mate?
I think it looks decent. I've seen the day that it's looks a bit like the one the he's kitten. I have to be fair, I really like it because designs look really impressive and something I would wear as well.
Yeah, I must admit, to be honest, just turn off the screen a minute. We've got another new person to the screen. Harry, how are you? Harry, can you hear me?
Hello. Good one.
Hey, mate, how you doing?
Yeah.
Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. It's a pity Jimmy's not here. He's at a ballet recital with his daughter, so he's not here. So, Chippers, what do you think to that kit, mate? Are you a fan of it?
I'm a fan of the kit, but the images all look very GTA-ish, don't they? I mean, they all look like the robots. It's quite, yeah, it's a nice kit, but like my mate showed us it, and I thought, what's going on here? I thought, are they robots? I didn't think it was actually them. And it looks like it's AI enhanced.
It looked like something you might pump up in your bedroom, Chippers.
Oh, well, we'll gloss over that.
Children present.
Yeah,
it's Kieran Trippier. It's Kieran Trippier on the left, Bruno Guimaraes on the right, and apparently that's Mark Almond in the middle. But I don't know. He looks like him a little bit. It's not, because it's not.
Do you want to see his telling, right? Is
George in
I know I'll probably cause controversy, but ASM's isn't in the photos, is he? And he has been the last 3 years.
Well, yeah, maybe you've been a bit of a Columbo there. Ian, what do you think to the kits, mate? Are you a fan?
I don't know. They look all right. Like, I don't know whether I like the logo to the side of Seller. I know that's probably their logo, so
it's a bit.
I just think
schoolboy and wool, childish schoolboy and wool.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, I don't give a monkeys as long as it's bringing in 25, 30 million plus quid. I'm not bothered, you know. At the end of the day, we've had worse strips. Let's put it that way.
We have indeed. Roy, are you a fan? Will you be buying this one?
I Yeah, I'll definitely buy it. I'm hoping the back is going to be black and white stripes as well, because we're playing in Europe and regulations are you can't have stripes at the back. So I'm
Really?
hoping it is. Yeah, because usually you'll have a big patch either in black and white, and then that goes under the number. So the number can't go directly on a black and white stripe.
Another big patch, so another big white square then with a red number on it, I guess. Or that'll be the way
I'm
that
hoping
is.
I hope they've got two kits, one for the league and one for Europe.
That's an opportunity. I guess that could be true.
Yeah, or the one the fans buy are just the ones in black and white.
I'm sure Castoria will have a couple of different strips anyway, because they like
of course they will.
30 strips a season, don't they?
Of course they will. Harry, is that a kit you'll be getting your mum and dad to buy for you?
Probably.
Nice,
good lad.
I like the collar. I gotta say.
I'll ask for it, but
Yeah.
it'll be otherwise have to say yes or no.
This kit here reminds me of this one. It's very much like this one, isn't it? In the 80s, the 80s kit of Gascoigne, Beardsley,
Mirandinha.
Paul Goddard,
It is.
Mirandinha,
That's
it's very much like that. Kenny Wharton, them kind of players. It's very much a throwback to that. It's a lovely kit, I've got to say. I like it.
Yeah, that is a lovely kit.
I like it. I'm a big fan. Let's go a few more comments while we're here. Jason said, when's the Hungarian Prince? I said that, I've done that already. We should not let ASM go before we have a replacement concerned. Shelby's sale put so much pressure on the team. ASM, Mason, stay or go. What do you think?
I'm 50-50. To be honest, I would like him to stay, but if Milan offers him better terms in Italy, I feel like he'll go. But to be honest, if it's all like paper talk, then for me, I'll keep him, because at times last season he came on and he was a breath of fresh air with especially with Isak, because they don't know link together really well, and then obviously, what was I going to say again? Just like with the link up with Isak was very impressive, and I'd be disappointed if he goes, but I'm in the mix. To be honest, if Milan comes in offers him a better deal, then I think he'll go. And if it's all paper talk, I'll keep him.
Chippers, do you think he's on his way out the door? Is he out of Verdurti, Alan?
Well, I've got quite a lot to say on it, to be honest. Like I said, I'm in two minds regarding keeping him and staying him, keeping him and letting him go. But I think the thing is with ASM, we're all a Marmite fan base. I think Paul said earlier in the video regarding him. I mean, I'll probably say something here that somebody else will disagree with. I know Alex will disagree probably with us. But I want him to stay because I want him to stay for the balanced issue. I want him to stay because we know he's got the ability and he showed it. But I'll flip it and say we rarely see it. We don't see it on a consistent basis. And every time we do see it, he seems to get injured pretty much close after having it. And then he's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Takes him 8 games to get up to match fitness. Can we afford that next season when we've got 46 games guaranteed to play? Also, for me, is his stats as well. I know he should have had more assists last season, but that's not down to the fact that some keepers had man of the match performances against where strikers didn't score. Like, so he set Wood up quite a lot before Wood left. But if you're selling them based on this season, you're going to look and see 1 goal and 5 assists. Now, if you look at, say, what James Maddison did and even Harvey Barnes in the relegated Leicester side, they got double figures for practically both. Now, you've got to look at that and say who's the better players here. And if we got, and to me, I think we'll sign a player before ESM goes. I wouldn't be surprised if something's agreed for somebody so that we can afford to let him go rather than we'll let him go and take our chances because we're not that stupid. I think we'll cover our bases rather than just get rid of him.
I think
so
the fitness thing's a good point, but I think if you say
Yeah.
per game, I think his assists, especially his assists, match up with anyone in the league. To be honest,
I think if you look at the long-term picture. I think for the last 3 years we've had the same conversations about him, and it's, can we afford to do that? And if we give him another season, can we afford to in a year's time say, oh, we'll give Maxi another season? Because how many seasons do you keep giving these players? Because then it becomes a say, oh, well, he's been here now. You could say in 4 or 5 years' time, he's been here now 10 years and we're still having the same, which waste of 10 years when we could have had somebody in who can do it straight away. So for me, I'll look back and think, you know what, he's an enigma that we'll probably never see the best of, but somebody else might not see the best of him either. And life will still go on after Alan St-Maximin at Newcastle United. So I know that if he does go, we'll be getting somebody just as good, or if not better, for that position anyway. So it's not for me, considering the shite we've had in that position in recent years. Like, we had Ryan Fraser starting a couple of years ago when he was injured, didn't we, under Bruce? So I don't see that. I don't see that happening again. We've had Matt Ritchie play at left wing. Now we're going to sign, if we do, I would presume we will be, somebody that's an upgrade on Maxi, and people know how good Maxi gets off people's seats. Well, we'll probably be signing somebody just as good, if not better. So if he goes with me blessing. If he stays, then he's got again, we need to see more from him. That's all I'll say.
I'll come to it in a minute, but Geordie Boy saying I cannot follow the link. Well, I'm going to post it once, but I'm going to post it again in the chat, Geordie Boy, if you're still there.
That was me.
Oh, that was you, was it? In that case, I won't.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So we'll hide that. Ian, round to you. I'm going to slightly change the word into the question. How about if we sold him to another Premier League club? Would that kind of put you off the idea of him going?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't want to sell him. You know that I'd come and bite us on the arse. You know it would. That would be that's my stipulation with it. See, what I'd like to see is that it sounded from his very bizarre statement, War and Peace, I think Steve Ray described it as, that today, that he it sounds like he's happy to stay in and fight for his place in the team, therefore be on the bench, which is probably what's going to happen. And I like him off the bench. I think he's a good impact sub, you know, and when legs are gone, you get that maniac running at you. I think he can do a lot, you know. So for me, I would say unless we get somebody that comes in that is much better than Maxi, he should stay. But I think, like Chip has said, that we will bring somebody in who plays that position who will be much better than him, and then he's going to get even less game time. So I would like to see him go abroad. I would not like to see him playing against us. It's just a shame we can't see him playing in Europe for us, because I think he might have done something a little bit different in Europe. But you know, it is what it is. It's a decision that's probably been made. It seems from his statement, what I was reading into it was a see you later. Thanks to the people who've been nice to me. You know.
Indeed. Ivani Granny's here again, as usual. She said, did you all know Roy's nickname is Manport of Doha?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Something like that.
You're an ASM. Stay or go? Would you like him to stay, or do you think he's going to stay?
I would like him to stay, but I'm sick of this. He keeps doing all these messages, and it's not really professional. Keep doing that anyway. What does he mean by thank you very much? And so if he's not happy to fight for his spot, then he needs to go. I think he's only done that because I think Eddie Howe has probably spoken to him and told him he's not going to guarantee a first to be in the starting lineup from now on. But the thing is, from mid-September till probably end of November, we're probably going to be playing 2 games a week. So we will be playing on Saturday, Sunday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those. So we're going to need a bigger squad. I think he's going to help a lot against European teams, especially Portuguese and French clubs. So I would love it if he stays. And he can play in a European game.
He can. I think he could be a massive weapon in the Champions League. I really do. Before comes Harry, Jimmy's got a message for you, Harry. He says, I would beat him today. Look him at a ballet recital. Talking about quizzing, of course, where Harry keeps beating Jimmy. Harry, are you a fan of Maxi?
Yeah. when he first came, I think I was at his the friendly against St. Etienne when we first actually seen him up close, and I thought he was just going to be a player, but then as like the years went by, I realised that his end product was just not there. But I think this is probably quite similar to the Stern situation we've seen with Man City last year, where I think Eddie Howe might offer him a contract, but I don't think he's going to be able to promise him the game time.
100%. I actually agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
I think you're bang on, Harry. Jimmy says, Roy dropping some knowledge.
No, thank you, Jimmy.
Neil's in the chat also. Hope you're well, Neil. Geordie Awayman says, don't buy the kittens. Yeah, but we know the shop you're on about there. Jules is here. Good evening to you. Jason also. Predator says, a thing of beauty, that kit. I like it. I really like it. Right, let's change the subject slightly from ASM. Let's go on to... We've done the kits, done ASM. Let's go on
that
to...
didn't sound right, Billy. That didn't sound right.
Children present. Let's go on to the way the season ended for us. I mean, going into the final week of the season, Harry's gone. Before the end of the week of the final week of the season, we could have finished third. We ended up finishing fourth. But fourth is no failure, is it? I mean, finishing fourth was a pipe dream at the beginning of the season. Got to be happy with that, Mason, haven't we?
Yeah, pretty impressive considering obviously it's our first season under the new owners, and the way we've played this season has been fairly impressive at times. And then obviously in January we had that blip, obviously before the cup final against Man United, and luckily we managed to get with that blip and continue to be playing in our fantastic form before the blip. And yeah, I would have been happy if we finished third. But if Mitrovic had scored that penalty, it would have been a different scenario from finishing fourth to finishing third instead. Because if Mitrovic had scored a penalty against Man United, we could have seen us finishing third and going away from this season, from a fantastic season, finishing third under the new owners.
Best season for 20 years, Sam. Got to be happy with that, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was going to say I've seen Sophia in the chat, so hello. I'm just saying hello, people. No flirting. I'm just saying hello. That's it, right? Ends there. Kills everything. Yeah, I mean, it was quite a thing, though, because 20 years ago, we finished third, and we were, to think of it, on course to finish in third, so it would have been quite strange 20 years between finishing in the same position. But listen, if you had said fourth to me at the start of the season, I would have just laughed in your face, frankly, because I said top 10 in the cup run. We had the cup run and then we got fourth. I mean, it's beyond all expectations, and everybody at the football club deserves credit, from the owners down to the people who cut the grass. I mean, they all deserve a lot of credit. So, full fair play to them. They've proved a lot of people wrong this season. They've shoved it up the pundits' arses and backsides. Sorry for me language, but they have, and I'm glad they've stuffed it up them royally because they've deserved it. They've never given us a sniff all season, and you know what? As karma comes round in strange ways, and it'll be hilarious if we do something in the Champions League next season to shove it up them some more, for them to go, oh, you know what? That Newcastle aren't that bad of a side, really. We'll undermine them, and for them, instead of them criticising owners, etc., etc. You know what? When the top four, and I think we're here to stay.
Indeed. Ian Skinner says, what does Sailor mean? Is it an acronym or something? I'm not sure. I think it's just a company. I'm sure it's just a company. Roy will be the expert on that. What is Sailor?
It's a name of a mountain in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, right.
So they used it for that company. It's a marketing.
So that's what
company.
that thing is then. That obviously it's a mountain on its side, isn't it?
Yes.
Not a phallic symbol as Mr. Spoon thought it was.
Yeah, I'll get some pictures and stuff, and I'll tweet it. I'll put it on Twitter later.
Roy's probably claimed it, man. I bet Roy's claimed it.
No, I'm not fit enough. I claim other stuff though.
Yeah. Ian, the season gone was a fantastic season, one we haven't seen the likes of for many, many years. Did he bring back members of the old teams, Robson's team and Keegan's team at times last year?
Yeah, definitely. I'd go as far as to say that, you know, some of the performances were more complete than we've seen from either of those reigns. You know, for me, been a brilliant season. I didn't see it coming. Like I think I said 7th, and I think most people went around about that sort of 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th, didn't they? You know, so it's been a brilliant season. I've been lucky to be able to be there for the majority of the games with Tommy. You know, it's been unbelievable. Atmosphere has been great. You know, and yeah, nothing more you can say really. Just hope that we can get enough players in to build a squad where we can stay in the top 4. I would be disappointed, but I wouldn't be surprised if we were. I think 5th position gets Champions League next season anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think it does. Yeah,
that's what the talk is, isn't it? So I wouldn't be surprised if we came in 5th or 6th, just with the sheer volume of games we've got, and we do need it all comes down to what happens in the next couple of months with signings. If we can sign the players that we need in the positions that we need, so we've got two teams that can compete. 22 players that you can put on the pitch at any one time, and we can compete against the majority of teams in the Premier League. Then I think we'll do well in Europe, Premier League, and we'll have a cup run. I think we can do that, but it's just all boils down to getting the players in. But I've got faith that they will do. So yeah,
I mean, Roy, you drove through Saudi Arabia on the way back home the other night, and with your Newcastle shirt on, obviously how great the season's been, you were getting lots of kind of plaudits, weren't you, for wearing your shirt? And...
Oh, everybody in the Saudi border was like, "Oh, Newcastle, Newcastle." I thought they let me in quicker, but they didn't, the bastards. But then I went to a shop just before the Qatar borders, and I went down, and everybody there is like, "Newcastle good, Newcastle good." I'm like, yeah, we are. So we're getting recognised now a bit as a good team, not just a team with rich owners. The team that plays good football now.
Yeah,
so it makes you happy.
Harry, this will be a new experience for you, seeing us finishing the high in the table. Did you have a lot of gloating over your mates at school with the Newcastle results every week?
Yes, especially my friend who's a Man United fan. I always annoy him now. Just saying, because he started annoying me after cup final. I just started saying, "Hi, we got Champions League, and you said we're going to finish below mid-table after the cup final."
Good lad.
You used to cook for yourself, mate. Welcome to Woodbury Farmer down there. He's joined us from New Mexico. How are you, mate?
Hey, greetings. I need to inform you all, you may be aware, Stato is trying to get you, Billy, to give him a link. Are you aware of that? Stato's in the chat.
I'm not, but I shall send him one.
Okay, I wanted to get that out before I rambled incessantly about nonsense.
What am I doing?
I am a bit depressed right now, though. I'm like the only Newcastle supporter in my entire county in southwest New Mexico. And I happen to run into this guy who is a Liverpool supporter. And that was depressing. That was rough. At least he wasn't Man United, I guess. But Liverpool with this Klopp character, I have despised Manchester United since I first got to Scotland in the mid '80s, and it was like you had to, or they were going to boot you out, right? I mean, you had to. But the Liverpool's coming real close now, so I told you I was going to ramble about nonsense. That's what I got. But we were supposed to talk about the season. Is that what we're supposed to talk about? Hey, Stato, quit shaking your head. I got you on here, brother.
Thank you. I've been trying to get on for like 15 minutes.
Well,
Billy, people have super chatted you to get me the link, and you've missed it. Like
super chats.
Super chat.
So there is only one. $1.99 for me and A. Thank you, Ian. Billy Stato wants the link so he can join. Thanks.
It's because the link is at the top of the chat, but it's not pinned. So anybody who joins the stream after that comment's been posted, they can't see the link. So I think Ryan wants to come on as well. He can't get on either.
Do you not have tech support up there in Northumberland? Caviani, can you straighten that out? You got connections, don't you?
Where?
Could you ping Ryan one as well, Billy?
Yeah, I guess I could. Hang on. Keep him talking, Alex.
Oh, that's fine. I got plenty for chippers, mate. What nonsense were you talking about with stats? Maddison and Barnes have done more. Yeah, because they've played 2.5 more times the minutes. Obviously,
It's because I haven't been injured half the season. That's injuries.
So are we gonna? Oh, Isak's only got 10 goals because he got injured. Are we going to
No,
criticize?
he's played 22 games. No, Isak, no, because Isak's all around.
Max's made 25 appearances. You can't criticize somebody for being injured. We did the whole thing. We criticized Callum Wilson. How many people last summer said, "Oh, we can't give Wilson another season. We can't."
I
give
don't know,
Wilson another season
I'm going to
he's
jump
too
in
injured."
here on Chipper's side, I reckon, just because I fancy winding
The thing
up
is,
today.
why is he playing injured? If he's playing injured, it's affecting his game. He shouldn't be playing. That's why.
I'm not saying he's playing injured. Yeah, but we've just done that.
No, he said he was. He said he was playing injured. If he's playing injured, he should be on the pitch. That's my opinion.
I think he means in his career for us. He's played through injury to help the club in times of need. It doesn't necessarily mean right now.
Yeah,
he probably has done that for us.
Hey, Alex, we're all dead happy. We're all dead happy and getting on dead well, and then you came on and it's kick-off time.
The people saying no end product. 6 goal contributions in 1,100 minutes is fine and is good end product. He's in the top 4% in Europe for assists per 90. That's end product.
I agree.
If you're going to say he's getting injured, fine, he's getting injured, but that doesn't mean he's not doing it when he's on the pitch, because he is. Because he's got 6 goal contributions in 1,100 minutes, which is in the top 4% in all of Europe.
But he's only scored 1 goal himself.
No, whoa. Okay, hang on a minute. Right, so last year it was he's too selfish, he needs to pass more. Okay, boom. Gets in the top 4% for assists, delivers on helping other teammates out. Now he's doing too much for other people. You can't have it both ways, mate. You've got to pick a lane. Honestly.
I never said you were selfish. I never said you were selfish,
pick a lane. Yeah, but this is what everybody else is saying. He's changed his game to provide assists for people. What do you want him to do? Do you want him to do all of it? Do you just want him to be Messi? Just accept him for who he is. He's an okay player who's got a high skill ceiling. That's all it is. I don't understand. You've sat there and said, "Oh, look at Maddison and Barnes, who are producing way more." Well, yeah, they've played 2.5 times more than minutes. That's why. So
don't you want that though? Do you want players who play more games?
Yeah, that's fine, but you have to add that context. You can't ignore that.
That's what I mean.
That has to be included.
That's what I mean. We need players who need to play more often. That's why.
That's fine.
We're going to play more games.
That's fine.
That's what I mean.
He's useless to us if he's always injured. That's fine. I agree with that. Completely agree with that. But you can't just exclude the fact that those other players haven't played 2.5 more times the minutes, because they have played. That's why they've got more.
Yeah.
If we could have kept Maxi fit, he might have eclipsed that. We don't know that. But you have to factor that into the conversation.
That's what I mean. Because I said we've got 46 games to play next season, so I think we need a squad which is going to play more.
We're not in the championship. It's not quite 46, but yeah.
No, because if we've got 38 in the league, we've got 6 Champions League games definitely to play. Then we've got at least 1 cup game in the FA Cup and League Cup. So minimum, that's 46.
I would play
that's minimum.
Is he too self-centered?
I think we play more than 46.
I hope so.
I want to.
Good.
You guys think Maxi too self-centered?
No, not at all.
I don't understand it. I mean, Roy's comment about his messages, mate. All the other players give heartfelt messages and put on Instagram and everything, but when Maxi does it, it's a problem. I don't understand why it's a problem. Everybody else gets a free pass on it. Bruno puts these messages, and everybody goes, "Oh, we love Bruno. Bruno's giving all these messages." But Maxi puts a message, "Oh, he's doing too many messages."
Because Bruno's fucking magic,
What's the problem? I don't understand. It's so weird. Why is this issue with Maxi? It's so bizarre.
I love Maxi. I want him to stay.
But your comment about the messages, though, I don't get it. Why is it good when one player does it and not when another player does it?
Maxi's message is it looks like, I'm sorry, I wasn't good enough and I'm leaving. That's what if you read
but we don't know that. To be fair, half of the messages he's ever posted could have suggested he's leaving. He just writes very passionately. We don't know that. I mean, maybe not.
He's done it from day one, hasn't he, since he's been here? So you don't know, do you?
Do you think he's made a bit of a rod for his own back, Alex, by not taking shots when you would have expected him to and trying to set people up? Because I've said pull the trigger so many times, and it seems as if he's sort of been pulling back from shooting when he would have
potentially. Yeah, but that's a coaching instruction. You can tell if you look at clips of Maxi from 12 months ago to the last few sort of weeks, he plays a completely different game. which is obviously from the coaching staff. They've instructed him, right, Maxi, we want you to do this more. We want you to pass more. You know, he keeps releasing Isak with long balls and stuff. He never used to do that. Like, he's changed his game completely. And that's not off his own back. He's been.
Yeah, I think he's done really well when he's been fit.
If he goes, he goes, and if we get a good fee for him, fine, not a problem. I want facts to be facts. I don't just want us to.
Craig Hope said we'd accept 15 million for him. I don't see the point in selling him for something as
What?
ridiculous as that.
That's not a profit. We'd lose money on him. Why would we lose money on him? These are all. We're not that stupid.
Minimum 30.
I wouldn't even sell him for 30. You know,
it's got to be at least 40 for me. At least 40. At least 40.
I think.
I would want 40.
For me, what was telling at the end of the season was there was games where you think perfect for Maxi, and Eddie Howe didn't play him, and you think that was perfect for him to play. Didn't play him. You brought him on for 10 minutes or whatever, and you think, I would have started him. Even I would have started him. There's games where I thought, start Maxi, start him. Yeah, start him. And he didn't. He brought him on when you think he's not going to have much impact on the game for like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I understand he was injured for a lot of the season, but if you think about the games, he directly got us points. Like, he directly got us points against City. He directly got us points against Wolves.
Oh, yeah. He
released Anderson to help get us the Gordon goal against Chelsea. Like, when he does something with the team, we get points for it. Like, he's quite impactful in terms of the game result. I think there was the odd one, that nice assist he floated up for Wilson. I don't think changed the game. The game for us. It was a great assist. But most of the time, when he plays and plays well, we get extra points because of that.
He did something Kylian Mbappe couldn't even do when he tore Kyle Walker a new one in the game. Kylian Mbappe didn't get a sniff against him.
Yeah. I just think, we're the richest club in the world, and Maxi could, if we get the right ingredients and we get him working the right way, the fact that he can skin Kyle Walker for 90 minutes, nobody else can do that. Isn't it? We've got nothing to lose. We don't need the money. Like, why not just see if it works? See if we can get it to work. If it doesn't, okay, never mind. Failed project. Doesn't matter. We'll let him go and then we'll crack on. But why not just try? Because he could be so good. What's the point in just fobbing him off? Why don't we just let him have a go? See if we can coach him.
Especially he's now coming into his peak as well, Alex.
26. Yeah, 26. Why? What? How? 40 million's not going to get us somebody that could be a Maxi.
That's the point.
It's not going to buy Diaby or anybody like that. It's not enough money. So what's the point? Why don't we just let him see if he can be really good? And if it fails, oh well, never mind.
Is he happy?
Maybe it's his decision. Maybe it's his decision. Maybe that's it. Maybe Eddie Howe said he will be a player decision.
Of course,
I understand that. Yeah.
Can you do an Instagram ban in with his contract? Maybe that would work.
Just trying to get told off with that French interview once, didn't he? So
we've got a super chat here from Sophia. She says, "This is for Alex's inconvenience. Never ignore the Sato Supreme." Sophia, thank you very much for your contribution. That's for Alex. Chippers, don't get jealous now. There's no need for that.
I'm not jealous.
Anyway,
I'm still here.
Jack's joined us. How you well, mate?
Not too bad. How's everyone?
Really good. I think Jan's kind of stirring the spoon here. Palace have just
he is. He's been
Palace.
No.
Come on.
Palace. Stu's here. Well, I've got a job for you guys tonight. There's now there's 9 of us. So between you 8, we're going to select a Premier League 11 from the last season. We're going to go through position by position, player each, and then at the end I'll decide who the team is. So I'll be the judge. So goalkeepers first. We'll go around the table. Jack, goalkeeper of the season.
Alisson's had a brilliant season. Nick Pope's had a brilliant season. Rams. I'm not picking De Gea.
Don't name them all. Just name one.
You know what? I'm going to stay loyal. I'm going to stick to my guns. Nick Pope.
All right, Pope. One for Pope. Alex.
Am I doing a different position, or am I also doing?
No, goalkeeper. We'll go.
We're doing it like that.
Let's try to be.
Yeah, I'll go Nick Pope. I'll go Nick Pope.
Start Chippers.
It's either got to be Pope or Edison, hasn't it? Because we both kept the most clean sheets, so it's got to be probably Pope.
Well,
just because it's Toon.
I will put Edison in just for something different. Ian.
Pope.
Right, looks like Pope's in then. So Roy.
I'm going different. I know Pope and the City guy what's his name anyway? They kept the most clean sheets, but
Yeah.
De Gea, I hate him. But if it wasn't for him, there's no way they would have been in top 4, even top 3. They would have been nowhere near. He's doing loads of saves. So
That's
I'll
a
go to De
disgusting
Gea.
pick, Roy.
Yeah,
who are you saying? De
just to
Gea?
get- De Gea, yeah.
No.
He's not going to get it anyway.
Mason. Good hell, you, John Sinclair.
Just to prove that, man, you were lucky.
Roy Sinclair, aye.
I'll go
No,
with Pope.
You're going with Pope as well, and Dennis down the bottom.
I want Matt Turner. He made so few mistakes at Arsenal.
He's not been played.
Ramsdale.
No. That was Ramsdale, aye.
Ramsdale. That was a good one.
We'll put Ramsdale in.
But once Saliba got injured, they started leaking goals as well.
Well, it looks like we've got 3 for Pope, 1 for, so Pope goes in. Right, so, by the way, only three players from each club are allowed, so that's the stipulation I've just put in there, because otherwise we're going to have the old Newcastle team. We've got a 50 Norwegian krona super chat from Trolls. Thanks very much, mate, for your continued support. We're going to right backs now, and Jack.
It's got to be Trippier.
Fuck you.
It's got to be.
Okay, Trippier. Sorry, Harry, I didn't ask you, did I, about goalkeeper?
No, you didn't.
Go on,
I just go Pope as well.
oh, good lad. Start out right back.
Trippier.
Right. We're going to do this dance again, ain't we? Chippers.
It's probably better to ask who isn't going for Trippier.
Yeah, who's not going for Trippier?
I'm going for Wan-Bissaka.
Okay.
What?
We've got a Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, I thought you said it's okay to trip. I was tripping.
Ugh.
Wow.
Anybody got any other
That
names?
was bad. Was that bad?
Anybody for
Ben
Carl
White of
Walker?
Arsenal. Ben White of Arsenal.
Ben White?
Ben White.
Nah. Trippier.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone for Carl Walker?
No.
Hell no.
He's been playing sort of in the back 3. He's a centre back, wasn't he?
Yeah. Really depends on right back, is he? What about Trent?
No, he's in
He plays in midfield, let's be
Yeah.
honest. He basically plays in midfield.
Well, now we picked 2 Newcastle players. We only got 1 spot left.
Right,
So be
centre
careful,
halves.
lads.
Pick
I
2
know
centre
what I'm
halves. 2 centre halves, Jack.
I'll go Botman and Martinez.
You know, going through all the Newcastle players at once. Martinez.
I think Lissandro Martinez has been very decent.
Jackson
Butcher.
player.
That's what they call him, the Butcher.
May I remind you, Jack, that John Stones exists.
Right, so
Yeah, I
guess
know,
we're
but it's something different, is it?
I'm going to go Botman and Stones, although I think it's a fair shout to say that Saliba's been equally as good as Botman, but I'm going to go with Botman because he's ours.
Right. Chippers.
And we'll go Saliba and Stones.
Saliba and Stones. Ian. You're on mute, mate.
Saliba and Botman.
Saliba and Botman. Right. Okay. Who we've got next? Roy.
Saliba and Stones as well.
Right.
Be careful, guys. Yeah, but because if we get a Botman, that means we've got nothing left for the midfield or up front for Newcastle players.
If he
Correct.
sticks to the rules.
I've got a
All right, I'll go
midfield.
Saliba.
Yeah.
then, so.
Are we only allowed one from one club, are we? Was that what
Three,
we
no,
did?
three maximum.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. bit.
I'm pick Botman.
Right, Harry.
Yeah, I'm going to have to because I went with. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm unpicking Botman. I'm going to Saliba then.
Okay.
Yeah, because I need that player. I need the midfielder.
How do you say?
Saliba and Stones.
Saliba and Stones, right. And Mason.
Lewis Dunk and Saliba.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Saliba's definitely in.
It's a proper hipster shot, that is, Lewis Dunk.
Lewis Dunk is a good shout. Numbers wise, it looks like Stones. So it looks like Saliba and Stones in the centre. Right, left backs, Jack. This is a hard one.
Wait. Because Botman isn't in there, does that mean we can still pick one more Newcastle?
Yeah, you can go for another one now.
Well, I'll go on the left back position. You know what? Why not Shinchenko? I think he's been really good.
Zinchenko.
Shevchenko. Not quite Jack, nearly.
I said Shinchenko.
Who?
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko. All right. I said Shinchenko.
Style, your left back.
Estupinian from Brighton.
Any chance anyone could pick some shorter names? Chuck
I've just gone for that Brighton lad as well.
I'll put Tom's 2 next time. Why not again?
Yeah.
Three.
It's opinion as well. Yep, he's the best one.
That's your opinion. Harry. Left backs. I'm sorry, Harry's frozen. Mason.
Estupinian.
Yeah, he wins anyway.
We
Looks like frozen. So who's there? Harry, left back.
Rico from City.
Rico Henry, did you say?
No, Lewis.
Rico Lewis. He's right back, isn't he? Midfielder.
Sure he is.
I mean, I'm sure he could play on either flank.
He does play left back for Man City sometimes, yeah. But anyway, Estupinian wins that. Well, what system are we going to go? I haven't thought this one through properly, have I?
4-3-3.
Let's go 4-3-3. Let's go 4-3-3. So, whose side then? Somebody's side. Why? What did you want?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
4-3-3. You can pick CDMs or sixes or whatever. So let's do Jack first. Name your first midfielder.
4-3-3 holding. I'm gonna go my DM Casemiro.
Right. Okay, let's say it's sixes then. Pick a 6, Alex.
All right, so we'll just do an R formation then, just to make it easy for everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
It's got to be Bruno.
Bruno, we have got a Newcastle player left, so you can say that. Chippers?
Snap. Mr. Bruno J.
Spoons?
I want to say Bruno as well, but I'm going to say Rodri just to switch it up a bit.
Good shout.
You still need De Bruyne and Haaland, so you know.
Well, yeah, but we've got Stones, haven't we? So yeah, this is true.
You gotta be careful.
Roy?
We can end up in a team with no Haaland in it.
Oh, that's the problem now. Because I need De Bruyne, and I'll go with Joe Linton as well. Oh, come on. Okay, I'll go Bruno. Let him win it.
Bruno times 3. Harry?
Rice.
Rice, another good shout. Mason?
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
I'm going to go with Casemiro.
Right. So, Bruno's in, which means there can be no more Newcastle United players in. So, 2 8s. Jack?
2 8s. I'm going to go De Bruyne and Odegaard.
Right. De Bruyne, Odegaard. Stat?
Yeah, same.
Chips?
De Bruyne and Gundogan.
Right. Ian?
Same as Jack and Stattle. De Bruyne and Odegaard.
Roy?
Easy, De Bruyne, Odegaard as well. So that's 2 cities, 1 left.
Jack? Sorry, Harry?
One left.
Same.
You're going with that too as well. And Mason?
Yeah.
De Bruyne and McAllister.
You were a bit of a Brighton fucking lover, weren't you?
Oh.
Spicy.
Secret Seagull. So I go to Sunderland.
This is blue, why not red and white?
This is true. So we've got 2 City.
Yeah.
Newcastle we can't pick. We've got 2 City, 2 Arsenal. So you've got to have 1 more Arsenal. Let's go for the right forward, Jack.
Saka.
Saka. Stato.
We're not allowed any more of our players anymore, no?
No.
Yeah.
3.
Can't pick Miggy anyway.
Oh, you can come back to me. Come back to me.
Chippers.
Salah. More Salah.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Ian.
Saka.
Saka.
Saka shite. I mean Saka. Yeah.
Roy.
Mo Salah, because Saka disappeared in the last 8 weeks or 9 weeks. So
Yeah,
I'll
but
go with
Salah
Salah.
disappeared for the first 8 weeks, didn't he?
Just 4 months.
We've got 2 Salahs, 2 Sakas, right? So we've got 3 to break the deadlock. Harry,
Salah.
you're a Salah.
Mm-hmm.
Mason, go on, say Saka. Leave it on Saka.
Please.
You know what it is? I'm gonna give it to Jared Bourne.
Jared Bowen.
It's a shot.
Right, you've gone too far with your hipster shout now.
Yeah.
How's Saka not in there? Come on,
Bowen,
man.
he's not in. Well, he could be yet. Because Costello could pick him, and I've got the casting vote.
No, I'm picking
yeah,
Mo
of
Salah,
course.
I've decided.
Because Jack wanted Saka. Is that
Innit? Definitely.
No, Saka's done it more than Salah last season because he just did it more for a longer period of time.
Yeah, Salah's on 19 goals, 12 assists. That's mental.
I've got a
Yeah.
better Arsenal player coming up.
Oh, well, that's cool. Right, so Salah goes in then on the right. Let's go over to the left now. Jack.
Oh, see, I would have gone Rashford, but I don't think he's been performing really last period of the season. See, Martinelli's done well. You know what? Just to spice things up, can I go Enciso?
Yeah, of course you can.
Bless you.
I think I'll go Enciso.
Stato.
I'm going to shoehorn Haaland in there because I've got another player. It has to be done.
Who's your centre forward going to be then?
Haaland on the left. Oof.
I'll go Harry Kane up.
Pretty obvious who my centre forward is going to be.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So Isaac on the left.
You can't.
We can't have any more NUFC players.
Oh no! All right.
He's too many.
I'll go for Phil. Come on, Phil Foden. Was that too many
Yeah.
Man City? Phil
Hang
Foden.
on.
Well, if you pick him, you can't pick Haaland.
Because there's 2 Man City, so if you pick Foden or Grealish, there's no room for any more.
Yeah, no one else is
He's
going to pick
come
him
back.
anyway, though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, you're going to say Foden.
Come back to
right?
me, Billy.
Ian?
I'm going to just stick Harry Kane out there.
You're not going to see him anywhere else. It's going to take too long to get back central.
Yeah.
Roy?
It's between Rashford and Martinelli. I'll go with Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Harry Kane on the wing. I'd prefer to see Dan Burn.
Changing
on
formation stats or
You
mid-game, you know.
You picked fucking Haaland there.
Okay, now.
there. Yeah, but at least Haaland can run.
Harry?
Martinelli.
Kane.
Oh, Martinelli times 2. So Martinelli's in the lead at the minute. Mason?
Jesus Christ.
Go on, Mason.
Either Martinelli or Brennan Johnson.
Oh,
Nah.
Brennan Johnson. Oh.
I'm gonna go with Johnson.
So Martinelli's in there.
Yeah.
Hey.
So your wingers are Jared Bowen and Brendan Johnson.
That's relegation right there.
Right,
Saka in the morning.
we can pick.
He's going to go for Skamaka up front as well.
No Arsenal.
Brendan Johnson's got my
No
surname.
Arsenal's left now, so.
Veghorst. Let's go Veghorst up top.
Right, strike.
Chris Wood.
He's a Forest player now, so we can pick him.
Who have we got on the left?
Martinelli and Salah are the two wide forwards.
What a shit pick.
So now you've got to choose between Kane and Haaland. Suit yourself up trying to shoehorn. Right, Jack, centre forward.
Gotta be Haaland. Got to be.
Haaland. Right, Stato, I've someone to come back.
Well, no, it's got to be Haaland, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
Is everyone going Haaland?
yeah, we'll just leave 30 goal Kane out of
On
the
the bench.
side, shall we?
He
For
can be on the
Martin.
bench.
That's
He's
fine.
on the
Don't worry.
left.
We'll leave 30
Cool.
goals on the bench.
Is everyone
He's on the
picking
left,
Haaland?
mate.
Let's do another one
No,
with 4-4-2
okay.
and see what.
Make it awkward.
We don't really make it awkward if 7 of you voted for Haaland. So Haaland's in. So the team is Pope in goal, Trippier, Saliba, Stones, Estupinian, KDB, Bruno, Erdegaard, Salah, Haaland, and Martinelli. Do you think
I like it.
How is Martinelli in that team? How did he get in there?
You're right. It should be Matoma.
Nah,
Yeah,
Matoma.
like you've got players like
Good after the
Matoma and
World
stuff
Cup.
floating around in the league, and we've got Martinelli in there.
Could you put McCullough at left wing instead? Brighton.
No.
Well, he's got Liverpool. Is he not play there as well?
Oh my God, there's like a cam.
He has now, yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure he played on the left for Argentina, didn't he?
No, I think I'll Di Maria.
They've kind of floated around a bit, didn't they?
But yeah, it's his position.
Let's do some comments. Tom said Champions League might just bring out the best in ASM. I agree with that. Status apologise for everyone. Jan says sell and get young talent in. Any new player who plays more than 10 games as a winner. Well, no, you can't get a young player like Jeff Hendricks who's absolutely shit. You've got to have quality as well as
like
being able to
Jesus.
play. Do you know what I mean?
Jamal Lewis, another example.
Exactly. Ryan's here. Well, I've got him in there, but he's not come to the screen yet, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think he's because he's in the barracks and he's scared of turning his camera on. So you're gonna have to put him in audio only if you want him.
Well, he's
Sorry,
Ryan,
Ryan,
can you hear me?
Yes.
You into a quilt?
Oh shit! No, I'm not putting webcam on right now. Actually, no, I'll put it on. There you go.
Hey.
So all that talk of that team there, you could have contributed and didn't.
Well, I didn't know I was on because I didn't see like the logo on or anything.
It don't come on anymore.
Yeah. I guess
Ryan, what is your bunkmate doing in that video you posted? What is going on there?
Classified information.
Oh my God. Don't even want to know.
But you posted this.
No. Not public.
Not publicly. Lucky for him.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling past about 30,000 comments and say Billy Stato needs a link. There's no point. By the way, I'll just say this now. There's no point sending me messages on my phone because it's on silent. I can't hear it. And vibration.
I gathered that because I called you 3 times.
And people think that I've got some other kind of accoutrements going on, which obviously I haven't. Stu says we smashed the Big Six cartel. Billy missed a super tattoo. No, I didn't, unless there's another one going in the meantime.
No, it was the one you've already caught. It's fine.
Right, let's get back to the comments again.
You must be quite away, but it must be like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you are really far behind if you've only
I am.
I'm
at 25 past 8. 25 past 8. I've never been a comments person, to be fair. I've just skipped loads of them. Sorry if you've commented in the meantime. Oh, for fuck's sake! I've just got
Satori.
I've just got vibrating white finger. Vibrating white finger to get around there. And it's just people saying Sky wants a link. On me, what's name? On me mouse. Jason says I did it on purpose. I didn't want to hear Stato waffling about ASM again.
I don't know what you guys are saying and waffling. Like he's actually debating people, and like people seem to like not be able to handle it. I find.
What's your opinion on ASM, Ryan?
I don't know what to think of it, but like I really do want him to stay because we need him. And first of all, if we sell him, I think fans might know and not until like we sell him, but he'd be someone that'd be hard to replace. I find like someone that could dribble as much as him. Like, I mean, if you told me we were getting Vinicius Jr. tomorrow, or like Leal, then I'd take ASM. Like I'd sell ASM because they're better players, but that's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, this is why the AC Milan links are a bit strange to me because they've already got Leao, haven't they? And he's just on a new contract. He played in the same position.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on with that because I think they just sacked a bit of their board members. So who knows?
Maldini's left as well, hasn't he?
Maldini.
Yeah, so whole restructure going on there. But no, I want him to stay. Like we're gonna be playing more games next season.
Yeah,
arguably, like he could be our starting left winger and he's fit. And if not, then we can have like Joe Linton or buy another left winger. So I don't see why we should sell him.
David Bruce makes a point here we can talk about. Interesting point on PAF and the Saudi teams. Do you think the goal is for us to sell our biggest players nearing the end of career for big money? Think about it for a second. It's a great
Can I
question.
take this for 1 second?
Of course you can,
It's a similar point. This is something that a few people have raised on Twitter today, and is a really, really interesting point. The fact that this whole Messi to, I'm not sure which team it was meant to be. Al Ittihad, I think it is.
Messi,
so the whole
Hilal, yeah, Hilal.
Oh, Hilal, sorry, Al Hilal. Yeah, Al Hilal. So Messi to Saudi. There's a lot of posts today about how we might restructure FFP and UEFA as a whole, and all of the individual football associations around Europe might have to start thinking again about FFP, because otherwise, I mean, this is similar to what happened in China. Obviously, China just started offering tons of money and players just disappeared to China. But this in Saudi Arabia is that times a million. Like it's a lot bigger. There's a lot more money going on in Saudi now. So I think the European clubs and all the individual FAs are going to be a little bit scared that we're going to lose all the interesting players to Saudi, because they're just going to, because they don't have FFP. I don't care. They're just going to be like, all right, fine. We'll just quadruple your wages then. Just come play for us. And the players are going to take it, especially the ones in their 30s. So we might see a situation where all these teams, all the FAs and stuff start to backtrack on the rules, FFP, slightly, or maybe change them. Otherwise, we're going to have a ton of players just disappear to Saudi. Because we've already got Benzema, potentially Messi, and Ronaldo as well.
And not just
so
that.
Where does it end?
They've had Modric as well, didn't they? They've had Modric, a big deal, but apparently
there's the potential of the Saudi clubs owned by PAF loaning them to Newcastle and paying the wages.
Well, that's a separate
and it's
bit.
It's a proper loophole, isn't it?
That'll be up to the club to decide if we want players loaned. Like Eddie Howe wouldn't take every single one from Saudi and be like, "Oh yeah, I'll take him." Like it's a choice.
But there's going to be a lot of rule changes, because there's probably a lot of loopholes right now that exist that they're not going to be happy about existing. They're going to have to change a bunch of them. Plus, they're probably going to have to wiggle the financial fair play rules. Otherwise, all of the best players in Europe over 30 are just going to disappear to Saudi Arabia. And then we're not going to have we're not going to have these Champions League finals that have got like sort of Lewandowski and Benzema and all of these, elite number 9s at the peak of their powers in the sort of early 30s. They're not going to be here anymore. They're not going to be in Europe.
That's an excellent point. Yeah, it's an excellent point.
I'll tell you another thing as well. What about the golf as well this afternoon? Who didn't see that coming?
I was just about to say that. Whatever the PAF want, they get, don't they?
Not just PIF. When Ronaldo's coming out saying it's a great league, like the guy's got the most followed people on Instagram, so he's got a voice, and like people will follow him, and like it's almost whatever he says goes. So like I'm sure with that kind of interview he had, like he's probably convinced some people like come to Saudi Arabia. It's a growing league. It's a good league, good weather, all that stuff. Good pay, obviously.
I mean, Roy, you're down there. I mean, terms haven't been friendly between Saudi and the fellow Middle Eastern countries. They are now, of course. Will this kind of move, threaten that a little bit, do you think? I think the people in the UAE Qatar will be getting a bit cheesed
No,
up with
because the rumors today is the Qatar Investment Authority, or basically the PIF of Qatar, are going to go for Al Shabaab, which is the third club in Riyadh. So that's the third club. So, and I think in one of the rulers in Dubai wants to buy another one in one of the other Saudis, because there's been 8 clubs that have been turned today or yesterday. So 4 went to PIF and another 4 went to different ones. One of them went to Noon, which is our sponsor as well. So Noon owns another club.
I was wondering about this. Maybe you can answer the question. So obviously there's no rule about the same people owning several clubs, obviously, in the Middle East countries that we're talking about now. Do you think that that's something that sort of the federation that looks after them is going to like FIFA might look at and sort of try and quash? I don't see how they can now that the sales have gone through, really, but it just seems weird because obviously you can't own 2 clubs in the same competition over here, can you?
Yeah, but they're not really owners. The owners of all the clubs in the Middle East are the Ministry of Sports.
Right.
So same as where I work, Al Arabi is owned by the Ministry of Sport. But then you've got 2 different clubs within the same club. So I
thought the new rules was those 4 are going to be 75% controlled by a PIF. Are they not?
something like that. Yeah. So it's controlled by them, but it's not owned by them. It's the same as
I'm also going to
Arabic,
have to shoot,
yeah.
by the way, guys. So I've got things to do.
Yeah.
It's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to have to disappear. But you guys crack on. You can get somebody else in my place.
Cheers,
Okay,
Alex. Nice one, mate.
Cheers,
Right.
Stato.
See you soon, everybody.
See you,
Cheers,
Alex.
mate.
See you, Alex. Right, back to ASM.
So-
Back to ASM now.
Well, one
Stato
thing
only came
is-
on to kick Chip as his arse, didn't he?
Why didn't we say anything about Miggy going? Because I would rather sell Miggy than Maxi.
What about Ryan Fraser?
Can I quickly raise a point?
Yeah, of course you
I can't remember how long ago this came up by Sky Sports, but like with all like the catchments, like the Premier League wants us to like raise, or like the FA wants us to raise like more homegrown players so we can develop them and maybe like win like a big trophy like a World Cup or Euros in the future.
Yeah.
The thing with Saudi Arabia and like Qatar and all the UAE countries over that way are it's not that hard for the countries near them in like their catchment area to get work permits. Right? If we wanted to go and buy a player from South Africa who's this wonder kid, it's quite hard for us to get it.
Yeah. Well, we've started that today. We're signing some lad from Port Vale who's 14 for £200,000, aren't we? So obviously that's kind of part of our agenda also. There's been plenty of young signings coming, haven't they? And it's you can't just buy your way to success. You have to have some organic growing as well. I mean, Man City, even with them, I mean, they're doing it. See the young players coming into their side, your Cole Palmers, your Rico Lewis's, like you mentioned earlier, Phil Foden, there's loads of, isn't there? So you're right, Harry. I totally agree with what you're saying there. It's a good point, actually.
Well, to be fair though, Chelsea did by the way a success. I mean, I don't remember them having many homegrown players.
They did. They bought them. Joe Coles and your Frank Lampards.
Yeah.
John Terry, of course. He's the only one, isn't he, really?
Speaking of young players, have you seen what happened today? I watched the game between Qatar and Australia under 23.
Right.
And Grant Kowal was playing for Australia today.
Okay.
And it was absolutely abysmal.
What was
And
it?
it finished 0-0 and it went to penalties. It's a little tournament in France. Yeah, and Qatar won on penalties. Well, it wasn't just him, but the whole Australian team was rubbish. He couldn't take on anyone. You wouldn't think that's a player playing in Europe against little 19-year-old Qatari boy or 18-year-old Qatari boy. So disappointing.
So I hope anyone did a watch along. I hope anyone did a watch along for it.
No, I didn't even know it was on. And then I saw the game. I watched the last 40 minutes of the game, and then I realized it was on. And then, bloody hell, it was awful.
Julie J made a good shout for the goalkeeper. Raya, that's who I was actually selected. So yeah, he'd have been my goalkeeper.
He's good.
Right, we've got 10-15 minutes left. We've got 2 European finals coming this week. One tomorrow, one on Saturday. West Ham versus Fiorentina. Manchester City, of course, against Inter Milan Saturday. Can you see an English double, Jack? You paying attention, Jack?
I don't know what he's saying.
He's on mute.
Sorry, what was?
Also muted again. Yeah, the question is: West Ham v Fiorentina tomorrow, Man City Inter Milan Saturday. In English double, you think for them 2 games?
Yeah, I do. I think West Ham, they've got a stronger side and they can win that, I feel. And Man City, let's be honest. I mean, I've seen someone who already got a tattoo of a treble on the back of their leg. So let's see some Man City fans pretty confident. So I do see it.
Chippers, you in the same opinion?
No. I think Fiorentina will beat Wet Spam, and I think Man City will win, but I think Wet Spam will get beat off Fiorentina.
Ian, do you think West Ham will win, or do you think Man City will also win?
I think City will win. I do think West Ham will win, yeah.
Roy?
Yeah, I think City will win 99%. West Ham, I'll go 60%. I hope they do win because the fans have been nice to us as well on Twitter, social media.
99%?
I hope.
How do you work 99% like?
No, I said 90% City will win.
Oh, I thought you said 99%.
99%. Okay. I think City will win. It's going to take something extraordinary for Inter to win that game.
Mason,
Yeah,
how do you think the game will go?
Yeah.
I think West Ham will win, and I think City. I think City will edge past Inter.
Ryan, I don't know if you've seen much of the European games this year, being in where you are, but can you see Man City or West Ham both winning?
I mean, I haven't really paid attention to any other leagues, but I'd have to just go with West Ham, I guess, and then I don't know. I feel like Man City will just edge it over Inter Milan. I feel like imagine someone like Lukaku turns up against Man City, and like maybe it ends in extra time. I could see like an extra time maybe happening or happening in Istanbul. Yeah.
Harry, how do you see the game going?
I could definitely see City winning, but I could probably see Fiorentina and West Ham going to the distance.
All the way to penalties?
Probably, yeah. I got a feeling Fiorentina might just edge it on penalties.
All right, so we're pretty confident there. Well, our last little thing of the show, we did the team of the season. What we didn't do is select a manager for it. So, manager of the season, and you can pick who you like. So let's go around. Let's go back to front this time. We'll start with Ryan.
Oh, do I go off trophies or do I go off the fact of which?
Go whatever you want, mate.
I think you just gotta go with Eddie Howe, the biased pick, just because of how far we've come with him, how much he's transformed the club. I'd go with Eddie Howe. Yeah, sure.
Harry?
How? But I find it shocking that Pep won it.
Yeah, it was I think it's a Premier League award, but I think they're kind of anticipating Pep getting the treble, weren't they? That's why it could be the only reason. But yeah, I think Howe's a good choice. Ian?
Yeah, we took us from 19 to whatever it was, relegation certainties out, in my opinion, to Champions League qualification in fourth. I don't see how he couldn't get it. I don't see how he didn't get it, but yeah, it is what it is. Pep's a great manager, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's Eddie Howe every day, isn't it?
Boy, you agreement?
Eddie Howe, yeah, exactly. Where we were, a year and a half ago, or 18 months ago, 19th in the league. We're third on the average of the second half of last season, and now we're top four. And completely ignored, gave it to Pep. Okay, he's got a great squad, but it costs £1 billion plus. His reserves are better than ours. So if you gave Pep our team, do you think we would have finished fourth? That's the question. So I'm going Eddie Howe.
Good question. Huh? Good question. Yeah, it is. It's
he plays his little tiki-taka stuff. Tiki-taka. Some of our players, they do tiki without the taka. So yeah.
Tiki Naka.
Get Longstaff and Bruno and Miggy to do tiki taka. Start with Miggy doesn't even have a right foot.
Tiki on the attack. That's how I call it.
Yeah, Dan Burn on the left. Who would have picked Dan Burn and played him on the left all season and still finish fourth? Miggy hasn't got a right foot, played on the right all season. 11 goals and I don't know, maybe 2-3 assists or something. It's amazing.
Steve Bruce probably would have.
Alison Max Man's in the chat said, "Guys, I've been in England so long. I'm afraid my French is not too good anymore." He also
is that not Alex just being on ESM?
he also says, "Oh shit." So yeah, welcome, Maxi. I see you're a member as well. So fair play to you. We attract all the top people to this channel. Mason, you are Eddie Howe for number one spot? Well, man.
Yes. I was either going to pick him or De Zerbi, but I'm just going to go with Eddie Howe.
Well, you do surprise me. De Zerbi. I thought you might.
Yeah.
Is Fatboy Slim your favourite pop star by any chance? He's from Brighton and all, you know.
I like that. I like his music.
Punk star, brother.
Chipper, you must be an Eddie Howe man as well.
I'm going to see Jesse Marsh. No.
His best game was probably against us, and they fucked the bus.
Used to play. You offended every American in the chat.
Apparently, he's going to Celtic, so that could be interesting.
Is he? I
Jesse
thought
Paulson
Rogers was coming back.
Liverpool.
It's one of the two of them. Yeah, they're both favourites. So I hope Jesse Marsh.
Listen, I think Pep's probably the world's best manager at the moment, but I'm going to stick with Howe because of what he's done with this bunch of players.
Yeah. Alison Maxman says, guys, je t'aime de tout mon cœur, which means I love you with all my heart. How nice of you, Alan. The feeling's mutual, my friend, especially in Stasso. Finally with Jack, I know what he's going to say.
I've got a reason, though.
That's all
Reason
right.
being,
You can explain
with
it.
Pep Guardiola, with Pep Guardiola, oh, never, not that ball twat. The thing is with Pep Guardiola, you may as well give him the award now because he's going to win it next year, and it's called the Premier League Manager of the Season, not the best manager of the season. It's the Premier League Manager of the Season. What you do in the Premier League. Pep's known for winning the Premier League every season, pretty much. There's got to be context behind the managers. Pep Guardiola, yes, won the league. He's going to do it next year again. Eddie Howe took a team from relegation to Champions League. Zerbi took a team from well out mid-table to Europe. Unai Emery, Aston Villa, 17th to conference. There's got to be context behind it. And the Premier League, for me, that's just lazy from the Premier League, giving it to Pep Guardiola. They can't be asked. Give it to Pep Guardiola, make everyone happy. But it's not making everyone happy because it's got to be Eddie Howe because there's got to be context behind it.
There's even people like Gary O'Neill you could give. There's a case for him, isn't there? And people like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, where did Woodby from? I go, wasn't he here? He's just gone.
Yeah, just disappeared. Probably had a knock at the ceiling. Sophie says, Max, can you lend me a few quid so I can quit my job? So there you go. Yeah, if that's the real Maxi, Sophie could do with a few quid.
I'll have a few quid as well. I've got enough as this, but I'll have some more.
Stephen asked a question for Roy. And how's the flights, Roy? Any private planes out of the Arab states? He's after some transfer news, I think.
Yeah, that's why I drove, man. No other planes. I don't believe in those anymore. Every time when the transfer window's open, you hear about all these airplanes landing on and off. Man, come on.
Maxi's
hello, Casey.
A few quid.
Him. I'm not Maxi either, by the way. People, it's not me typing. I'm not him either. Okay.
Dear me. Anyway, we've come to the end of the show. And what a fun show it's been. We've picked a Premier League 11. We've looked at the new kits. We've spoke about Alison Maximan. We've had Alex on a terrain against Chippers. It's been great. So thanks to all you guys for joining us. Ryan, thanks. Great to see you back on again, mate. It's been a long time. You can get yourself back into some secret place now. See you later, mate.
Yeah.
Ta-da, Ryan. See you, buddy.
See you, Ryan, mate.
See you, mate.
Harry, well done on your debut, mate. You've got a brain which far exceeds your age, football-wise. Very good, mate. Next season when the form starts again, get yourself on, buddy.
Okay, thanks.
See you soon, mate. Goodbye, mate.
Bye.
Have a good summer.
Mason, thanks for coming on, mate. As usual, valuable contribution to the chat. Get yourself on next season when the form start again, buddy.
No problem.
Cheers, mate.
See you later.
Mate. Spoons, cheers, mate, for coming on. As always, a valuable contributor to the forum. We'll see you next season, buddy.
Nice one. We'll see you soon, man. Cheers.
Cheers, see you later, matey. Chippers, as always, mate. It's always been fun with you on the chats. We'll see you next season, my friend.
See you all soon.
See you soon, mate.
See you, mate.
And the King of Qatar, of course, as always, a staple fixture of the fans forum and at TTR Friday. Great having you on with us, buddy. We shall see you next season.
Is TTR Friday on or not?
I'm not sure if it's this week. Not sure.
Okay.
We've got. You might get a call from Paul because it's a 20k show on Thursday, which I'm about to talk about now. Actually, before we go any further. So I'll keep on screen for that. Yeah, Thursday night, 20k show. I mentioned it at the top of the show, but it's a 20k celebration show. Paul is back for that, by the way. We are doing our favourite charities again. Going to get super chats Thursday. So that's the British Heart Foundation. Of course, the late great David Harrison, who was a valued member of this channel and host and co-host. That's for his charity, the British Heart Foundation, and of course Parkinson's UK, of course, which is a charity close to Paul's heart. Obviously, we'll be collecting for them. Lots of funds and games, lots of prizes and things like that. There'll be a big celebration show for us reaching 20k, which we did a couple of weeks ago. But of course, since then things have happened. But that's going to stop now. Thursday, Paul's back. Tomorrow night, Alex and I are going to do a transfer show. But Thursday night's the big one. But get yourself to both, because both can be great shows. Jack, thanks for coming on, my friend.
No problem.
Cheers, mate.
We shall see you guys tomorrow night. Watch out for the video as well, because Paul will probably release a daily news video. But until
I'll
we
be
do
watching
that,
as well.
indeed, mate. So there we go. Away the lads and lasses. See you soon.
How are the lads?
Come on, doing that. I haven't got the outro up.
Come back and check out some green.